Hey. Hi. Ho. 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 'Cause it's a Christmas joke. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is a song. And I don't know. Oh, 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 why I'm singing it. It's the fucking 20th today? I was like, maybe it'd be funny if I release this episode on Christmas. It occurs to me, that's not gonna fucking happen. We're a little behind. But that's okay. That's okay, because we're here now in another episode of Katawa Shoujo. Amy's Root. Beth girl all the time. Beth girl. And you know what? We had us a good time. Went and saw the lady go out and do some running. Got to meet her mama. It was great. She has an accent which makes no fucking sense because number one, Japan. Number two, her daughter doesn't have a southern accent. From what I understand, there is a southern accent kind of equivalent in Japan. Is it Kansai? Am I getting that correct? I'm probably not. Please, dear God, tell me if I'm wrong, because otherwise I'm going to just think that I am right. No, it's wrong. I'll think that I'm wrong, because I have no faith in myself. But it's okay. It's okay. We're learning here. We're not, but I wish I was. Anyway, we're going to move on. We went out, saw her at the track meet. It was great. Hung out with Rin. She was cool. Hung out with Mamas. She was cool. And now we're here. I don't know when or where here is. Actually, I do know where it is. I just don't know when. What up, my dude? You haven't been forgetting to take your medicine, have you? Oh, we're going to start off strong, are we? You haven't been forgetting to take your sexy pills, have you, old man? What does that even mean? Is that... I meant it, to make him attractive, but I guess sexy pills could be a reference to, either birth control or Viagra. Probably the second one, considering I presume you to be a dude. Who knows? It's 2017. You could be... wait. It might not be 2017 by the time this episode comes out. I didn't think about that. That's wild. We're almost done with this year. Fuck. We might be done with this year by the time this comes out. Just in case this is. Happy that fucking year, which was a piece of shit. Let's see how this new fucking garbage bag of a year is gonna be. Probably fucking terrible, because the world hasn't changed much. It's still a fucking nightmare. Point is, Viagra, though? I'm catching a little murmur. You should take it easy for a few days. The nurse's words hurt me far more than the exhaustion of the morning run ever could. Well, you gotta cut me so deep, man. Take it easy for a few days. I know I should have kept it quiet. No, I can't spend time with Beth girl. I keep my eyes on the floor feeling like a complete idiot. Of course, I hadn't been remembering to take my medicine. Like a doof. Like a badoof doof doof. I've been rushing out of my room to get to the track before Emmy. After the track meet a few days ago, I felt inspired. So I've been running warm-up laps in the morning before Emmy shows up. But then today, while she and I were running, I felt a little pain in my chest. It was only slight, and it was only for a second, so I mentioned it to the nurse. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Don't tell that to him, because he will go all kinds of fucking, insert intimidating gentleman on your ass. Look at him. He's the face of a mad, serious bastard. Look at him. I mean, I kept running and finished just fine, so really it couldn't have been that bad. Why do I feel like I'm making excuses to the nurse? Excuses? Fucking shit. Moreover, why do I feel a need to justify for continuing to run despite the pain? Really, it comes down to my being unwilling to concern Emmy, who seems kind of concerned anyway. I'm not sure. Fucking Christ. I'm not sure how she was able to tell there was anything wrong, but she claims I stumbled a little. She's the one who insisted I tell the nurse, so now I kind of feel bad for worrying her at all. The nurse is shaking his head ruefully while Emmy paces outside the room. Hisao, I know it is difficult for you to get into a new routine, but if you don't want to find yourself in a lot of trouble, you're going to have to try harder. You can't afford to forget your pills, and you cannot push yourself too hard. But if I don't push myself, how am I going to improve? I don't know where the hell that came from. The nurse seems to have an idea. Now, where the hell have I heard that before? But seriously, though, I'll fucking murder you if you don't take your goddamn medicine. He laughs and pats me on the shoulder. Ha, she's rubbing off on you, I guess. Literally, maybe literally. You two probably shouldn't do that. You're going to die if you do. Ignore all the parts where you did it before and it didn't kill you, but whatever. His expression changes again and he's back in serious mode. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't push yourself. Yeah. The fuck. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking care of your medicine. Taking your medicine. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't stop if your chest starts to bother you. I'd prefer not to have any fatalities. Well, why did I pronounce fatalities? Pronounce that way harder than it needed to be. While I'm on staff here. Fatality. A bit of a lofty goal to be sure, but I'm always up for a challenge. I hate to admit it, but I think he's right. And when you're right, you're right. Yeah, no, yeah. 4 a.m. coffee, that's always a bad idea. Shit, wait, did I fuck that up? No, I got it. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. I've got to remember to take my medication. Duh, this makes sense. You're right. Sorry to worry you. Who's worried? You're a smart kid, right? I know you can be responsible, Hisao. A situation like yours, you just gotta learn to be responsible fast. I know this. His expression suddenly becomes devious. I suppose you've started to enjoy your runs with Emmy then? Yeah, they've really been helping me. I mean, until today I was feeling a lot more healthy. Plus, it's really impressive to see Emmy run. Did you see her at the track meet? She was incredible. Yeah. The nurse nods, grinning all the while. That she was, Hisao. I watched her first couple of races before I had some business to take care of, but she told me all about it. Kind of you to loan her jacket. Fucking cry. Your jacket, by the way. Fuck. I'm the one who's gonna need a doctor. Huh? Oh, yeah, it wasn't that big a deal. No, it was nothing. I'm just a fucking smooth criminal. I'd honestly forgotten all about that. I still haven't gotten it back, dude. It's always the way. Bitch, you ain't never getting that shit back. Even if you two spend the rest of your fucking lives together, you ain't never getting that shit back. The nurse gets a smile that makes me feel like he's just made a joke. Not to you, but Emmy certainly appreciated it. And I know she appreciates you running with her in the mornings. This one catches me off guard a little. I'm sure she mentioned it's easier to keep to a schedule with an extra person, but I didn't think I was doing her a favor at all. I thought she was doing me a favor of helping me follow the doctor's orders. She tries harder when you're around. If there's someone else running with her, she's gonna push herself more. And she tries even harder when you're around because, well, it's you. What the heck does that mean? My boy, you got a serious case of anime protagonist. Oh, you'd love to know, wouldn't you? But I say that, but I had a serious case of that too. I'm ignorant and fucking dense as a fucking dwarf star. It's madness. He laughs in the style of evil megalomaniacs. No, seriously, it's because you're her friend. If Ren ran with her, I'm sure she'd do the same. Well, probably. Definitely not. But that's not the point. The point is you're helping her, even if you don't know that you are. And she's grateful for that, even if she never says it. What do you mean, even if she never says it? Emmy doesn't talk a lot, but she and I have known each other for long enough that I can read her most of the time. I'll admit it. Oh, fuck. Shut up. I mean, I'll admit, I have no idea what he's talking about. Emmy always seems pretty talkative to me. I see. The nurse suddenly realizes that he's been rambling and stops talking. looking a little embarrassed. Anyway, you don't have to stop your morning exercise. Just walk the track instead of running for a few days. Let things calm down. And take your damn medicine. I laugh as I exit the office, bumping straight into Emmy. Whoops, sorry about that. I done goofed.
Are you okay? What'd the nurse say? Do you need to go to the hospital? I will run you there myself, goddammit. Oh my gosh, it was all my fault, wasn't it? I've been pushing you too hard, haven't I? I'm a horrible person.
The words pour forth like a torrent. She's greatly agitated. I didn't expect her to be this concerned about me, to be honest. Gotta calm her down. But how the hell do I do that? Shake her like a fucking baby. I mean, what?
Word to the wise, ladies and gentlemen, don't actually do that to your children. I believe that involves death.
I do the only thing I can think of. Embrace her. Oh shit, you actually did that. I give her a hug. Emmy tenses up slightly, so I pat her head in what I hope is a reassuring manner. So this is the thing, too. I literally talked about the shirt thing, I think, in the last episode. With that same person. Is that a weird thing to do? Like the pat on the head? Because like in media, in fictional shit like that, it's totally okay and fine. But I always wondered, is that weird? Because I have done such things before. I've done weird. I once, with the person who's into me and I was kind of into them, I kind of like kissed him on the head, but not like I didn't like not the lips or even the cheek or anything like that, but it was just kind of the head as I hugged him. Is that weird? It is, isn't it? It's fucking weird. I'm weird. I'm a goddamn weirdo. Fuck, I knew it. I mean, we already knew this, but fuck. Like, is that... I didn't stop her for caring about... Well, that's a conversation for another fucking time. Cries immediately is what Shannon does. Point is that weird? It is, isn't it? Fuck. Hisao, succeed where I fail. Please do this. Emmy tenses up slightly, so I pat her head in what I hope is a reassuring manner. Hey, settle down. I'm fine, okay? No worries. Okuna Matata means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem fee. Fuck. I'm gonna give up. I was keep going, but you know what? I ruined it. I ruined it because I'm goddamn stupid. I can feel Emmy's body relax as I continue to assure her I'm fine. Her arms wrap around me as if she's trying to confirm that I'm not about to fall over dead. I catch a whiff of her hair. It smells like sweet. Or how adrenaline... like sweet. Fucking Christ. It smells like sweat or how adrenaline should smell. It's the scent of activity. That's strange. Perhaps the next time it can be like strawberries or coconut. I love me some coconut smelly hair stuff. That's wonderful. In a perfect world, I use that all the time. It's magical. And if strawberry... I mean, if you have to smell sweat, at least it also smells of strawberries. Or maybe you have to smell strawberries, but at least it smells of sweat. Haha! We already talked about how this weirds me out, so... so not from her shampoo, I suspect. I just need to remember to take my medicine, that's all. Don't worry about it, it's not your fault. You sure? Her voice is muffled, mostly because at the moment her face is pressed into her...
Yes, sir? Are you sure about that, though? Are you sure about this? Also, I can't breathe. Your chest is like... It's like trying to breathe through concrete. Also, this is actually legitimately very difficult for me to breathe right now. You can hear the...
We're gonna move on, because I'm actually very curious to see how that turned out in the audio. Probably terrible. Damn. Also, I fogged the fuck out of my glasses.
My glasses. My glasses.
Oh, fuck. I did that voice. I'm so sorry to whoever watches the video that voice came out from. You shouldn't watch my Pokemon series for so many reasons, but that voice is definitely one of them for the last episode I recorded, actually. Fuck.
My glasses.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just need to take it easy for a little while the next few days and never do that fucking voice again. Fuck. It suddenly occurs to me how close the two of us are. You say this like it's a bad thing. It also occurs to me how nice being this close feels. You say that like that's a good thing, and you're right. I can feel Emmy's heartbeat calming down, and I have to resist the urge to rest my chin on the top of her head. Yeah, again, is that a weird thing? I did that. Is it weird? We weren't dating at the time. It was weird, wasn't it? This goes back to like the person who was in the fucking party with me, and I patted them on the back, and kind of gave them a weird rub. And again, they didn't freak out about it, but I did feel weird about it for the rest of my existence on this earth. On this fucking earth. I should just never touch people again. Because apparently I don't know how to do it. Ever. Never again. I can feel Emmy's heartbeat. We just did this.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank goodness. You really had me worried there, Hisao.
Okay. Emmy, are you gonna come in here anytime soon? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting? The two of us spring apart as if the other just caught on fire. Emmy brushes her hair back nervously and laughs.
Ha! Of course not. No, not at all. Shut up. Go away. I'll, see you later. Okay? Oh, and, Hisao.
Yes, my love?
Take your damn medicine.
The last phrase is punctuated by a punch to the shoulder. Please don't do that to me. I spent my entire high school career just getting punched over in the shoulder over and over and over and over and over and over again. You think I'm joking, but it was minimum like 6 times a fucking lunch. Why did you think that was a good idea, friend? Why did you think I didn't care? Yeah, I'll remember. See you later. The nurse smiles again like he's in on some joke. I don't know about and waves to me as I head for my room. Like a feeling a burning in my cheeks. Oh yeah, we all know what this evil, twisted bastard is thinking. I need a shower. A cold one if the thoughts running through my head now are any indication. She was really soft. That's weird, but also I get what you're saying. But also, you didn't need to tell me, but I also appreciate it because I'm writing it in my fucking dream journal.
Oh, hey, look it. That's the picture showed up on my desktop. I was just talked about this picture earlier in earlier episode of the Thingy-Madoo.
My pills are waiting for me when I make it to my room. I swallow them without a second thought. I don't know why I didn't think of waiting until after the runs to take them. For some reason, I figured it was when I woke up or not at all. But no, they only need to be taken every 24 hours. The exact time of day doesn't really factor into it. My thoughts drift back to the hug in the hallway. It's weird. You'd expect someone to smell foul after a run, but for some reason, Amy smelled right. That's okay. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but you don't need to tell me. The tinge of sweat just seemed to fit her. I really need that shower. Please don't jerk it in the fucking Pretty sure it's semi-communal. Maybe we don't do this. If the thing with Kenji earlier was any fucking thing, I know talking to this. Yes. This shit's fucking delicious. Strange that it feels so natural for me to go up against to the roof these days. I never would have done such a thing on my old school, like some sort of rebellious heathen. In those days, I liked to eat alone. No, that's not quite true, though I did like to sit alone. I also like to watch people. Dude, I'm the same way. But also not. I liked having people to bounce off of. Not like literally, but like from a comedic and friendship standpoint. Some of the best and worst shit I've ever come up with as a writer has come from lunchroom talk. Again, definitely some of the worst. I always figured that I was the sort of person, or that was the sort of person I was, but it appears I'm kind of wrong. Then again, I've also always thought that I was the person who had a normal heart, so there you have it. I don't know myself that well. Now I'm on the roof so that I can have lunch with a couple of people. And they're both girls, which is even stranger. Oddly enough, I feel closer to Emmy and Rin than I felt to anyone at my old school. Somehow I get the feeling they'd at least visit me if I wound up in the hospital. If for no other reason than they know what it's like to end up in a hospital. Or at least Emmy does. Rin, not so much. I don't think it was ever said. That's weird. I don't think it was ever said in her route. I don't think it's ever actually said at any point in the game. I don't think it's ever actually said at any point that she was born with no arms. That it was like a birth defect. It might have, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was ever actually said. Anyway, that's what it is though. So I was like, maybe it's a spoiler, but it's not though. It's not. With my luck, we'll walk into the next fucking episode and it'll be like, well, did you know that Rin was born with no arms? Fuck. I focus on the view from the roof, banishing such thoughts from my mind. There's a light breeze blowing and the sun is shining high in the sky. The sky itself is a deep blue with hardly a cloud in it. It's gone. You are looking at a different sky. That is a very light blue sky with a significant amount of clouds in it. It's gotten pleasantly warm, and as I sit down to wait for my friends, I close my eyes and enjoy the feeling of the sun seeping into my skin. Dead. Voices intrude upon the edge of hearing.
Seems to have fallen asleep on us, Rin. Maybe he's faking to lull us into some false sense of security. Why would he do that? I have no idea. Still, you make a good point. We should kick him or something to make sure he's really asleep.
What? Emmy looms over me like only a short girl can, peering at me intently.
Oh, you're awake. I guess we don't have to kick you then. Was that part of your master plan?
What are you talking about? Emmy shrugs, her twin tails bouncing with emotion.
I'm not sure either. You must be pretty tired to fall asleep out here. Although it's pretty comfortable, I suppose.
She plops down next to me and begins to eat. Rin sits opposite from the two of us, a move which only makes me more aware of the girl sitting next to me. If I didn't know any better, I swear Rin did it on purpose. I concentrate on my food, trying to tune out the majority of the conversation that Emmy and Rin are having. Despite my best efforts, however, I still find myself glancing over at Emmy whenever she speaks. I notice how she purses her lips when she's thinking about— Stop staring at her fucking lips. Weirdo. She's thinking about something, squinting slightly as if that would improve her thinking ability. Rin says something that makes Emmy laugh, and I notice, perhaps for the first time, how she laughs with her whole body, rocking back and forth, head thrown back, almost like she's about to fall over. I probably look like a creep. As a dude who has done similar things, yep, you do. You absolutely do. And a lot of people will point it the fuck out to you at the top of their goddamn lungs in the middle of a crowded room. Thanks, that person. You ass. It's about this time that I realize Emmy's looking at me. Her voice raised slightly, so she's probably just asked me a question. Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a moment there. Emmy rolls her eyes with a slight quirk of the eyebrow that is the only sign that Rin's even paying attention. Or while a slight quirk of the eyebrow.
I said, did you get your career survey in your class too? You know, one of those, what do you want to do after high school things.
I don't think so. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow.
What are you going to put down?
That's a really good question. I guess I always figured I'd go to college after high school, but I have no idea what I'd do once I got there. And with the heart attack and all, I'd really been concentrating on each day as it came rather than making long-term plans. I suppose I can safely start planning ahead again. I've always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'll be nice to come up with one again. It's gotta be real awkward when you do like, let's do a future planner in a school where half of the people could very easily die within the next 3 years of their fucking life. What are you gonna do when you grow up, Timmy? Probably not grow up. Does that answer your question? I've always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'll be nice to come up with one again. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that right now I've got absolutely no clue. I always kind of assumed I'd figure it out in college. That or just become a salaryman. It's pretty popular. But do I really want to? It's kind of a tough question. I guess I don't really want to do anything.
You don't sound very excited about that one, do you?
She laughs as she says this, and I'm caught up in her laugh again. It's so girlish. High and giggly like a... Well, pardon the cliche. The cliche. Put eggs in it. I mean, well, I guess a quiche, you don't put eggs in a quiche. A quiche is eggs. Like a babbling brook. That was what we're going to go with. It bubbles out of her, starting in her belly and working all the way up to her throat. That sounds weirder than it probably was supposed to. I can't help but laugh at myself. It's infectious. Laugh myself, not at me. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty unhappy with the salaryman idea. But to be honest, I haven't really given much thought to the future recently. I suppose that these days I've just been more concerned with living one day at a time. Living one life one day at a time. Giving himself a really good time. Whatever. Emmy considers this for a moment and grins.
That's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down pirate.
I am momentarily stunned, and then I start laughing. I stop myself and manage to gasp out a question. You're not actually serious, are you? Emmy looks mock offended.
Well, I've got the legs for it already, so I just kind of figured.
Even Rin seems amused by this.
Ha ha ha. You're fucking silly, Emmy. Just you wait, I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show y'all. I've even been working on my pirate voice.
She suddenly springs up and begins swaggering up and down the rooftop, shouting orders.
Yar, me hearties, give 'em a broadside with the long guns. I'll wear their guts for garters. Do you even know what that means?
Rin's unexpected interruption stops Emmy in her tracks.
No, not really. But it's all in the delivery.
The ringing of the bell prevents her from further demonstrating her point. Emmy dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Fucking alright then, apparently we're not good enough for you, Emmy. Maybe I never should have joined this fucking route in the goddamn first place. Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Oh. Why the staring then? Rin shakes her head again.
Nope, I don't get it.
Get what?
The staring thing. You two seem to, but I don't.
Great. She saw me staring, and now she probably thinks I'm a pervert or something.
Baka hentai?
Actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about after all.
Yeah, no, this is just like a Tuesday for me. I don't know.
Still, I feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring. I was just tired. Rin actually snorts at this, but she doesn't say anything.
You dumb bastard.
No, really, I was just distracted, is all. Eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. Oh, for fuck's sake, you two. The fucking villains. I'm greeted by the twin specters of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. Misha just looks like she's about to start laughing at any minute. Sounds about right.
Up on the rooftop again, Hee-chan? You know that's dangerous, don't you? That's right. The school cannot be held responsible for any injury that comes from being up there, you know. Furthermore, we could report you for breaking the rules.
Misha leans in and whispers conspiratorially.
But we won't, 'cause it's fucking adorable. You three are so cute together. Oh my god.
She straightens up again and laughs at my sudden blush.
Oh. You're too easy to tease, Hee-chan.
Hey, come on now. I'm still new here. Sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on a newcomer like this?
No, it is not. It is to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings.
Ah. Well, I see. Well, do you two have to be so overzealous about it?
Yep. That aside, Hichan, we were looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room.
Of course I wasn't. I was up for my morning exercise or here in class bright and early. Unlike you, because I'm a goddamn real one. You fucking failures. Shizne looks peeved, and a beat later, so does Misha. Or she tries to at any rate.
That was because of Strudel. That was because of Strudel Council business. You should be grateful that we work so hard for you.
Oh, I am. So what the fuck did you need me for again? Not another attempt to rope me in to do their dirty work, I hope.
We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room.
Mm-hmm. Something. Like what? Was it $1 million? A small loan of, perhaps?
Oh, you'll find it when you get back, Hichan.
Muto, entering the room, ends our conversation, and we all head to our seats. It's only after I've settled down at my desk and the teacher started talking about something or other. Yeah, something or other. Or other that's... What the fuck? What did Rin mean you too seem to? Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me the way I was staring at her. Of course, that's ridiculous. Absolutely preposterous. But was it though? Did I just click on some shit? Why did I do that? I don't know what I just fucking clicked. I closed my eyes because I was emoting. For fuck's sake. Yeah, everything's still... Oh my god, my hands. Still, I can't deny that I would mind it if it were true. But it's kind of best not to think of that. I need to get my hopes up. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that anyway? I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. After class, I make my way to my room. Muto really piled on the homework today. Motherfucker. I should have known your ass would be here. Before I can open my door, however, I am suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who has just exploded out of his own room in a flurry of papers.
Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man, they gotta stop. You gotta stop it. It is time to stop.
What?
I just choked on my own spit.
I absolutely just choked on my own fucking spit. Oh, Kenji, you're rubbing off on me, man.
You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless wonders. They're women's, man. You'll get yourself killed running around like that.
I do not follow, nor do I think I should. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses.
Before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own goddamn good. But if I were gonna kill someone, I would do it by throwing him off a roof and making it look like an accident. And if I've thought of this, then you can be sure that they've thought of it too. They're crafty, almost as crafty as I am. Like a goddamn mine of crafts.
Had to get a Minecraft reference in there somehow. How else am I gonna get all the 10-year-olds to enjoy my content? I don't. You just don't, Shannon. That's how you do it. Also, I just beat the shit out of this microphone. I'm sorry. I see.
Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen.
I'm sorry.
I need to get a drink, man. I've been outside all day and the tap water's been compromised. I'm sure you know. So, I need to stock up on something canned. Got it? But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I have just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me the 500 yen.
You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off towards the hallway, but not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I better go in case he changes his mind. Huh? As I close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's a brightly colored rectangle of paper. Ah, this must be the something Misha mentioned before. I wonder what it could be. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned, handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like that in this day and age anyway? Yet, as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. It's the first piece of mail I've received since at Yamaku, so it'd feel special even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender written neatly on the back of the envelope. John Wayne motherfucking Gacy. I mean... Okay. I have no idea why she would write to me. For those who wasn't paying, it was Iwanako. Whatever the fuck her name is. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred. And Qui-Gon Jinn is the last person I'd expect to want to write me a letter. The last time I saw George Lucas was terribly awkward. Embarrassingly so. She came to my hospital room and peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour. She said goodbye and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. It might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to thank her, but something stopped me every time. Every time I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I could never figure out the right words to say. I think Batman blamed herself for my... I couldn't say a straight face, I'm so sorry. This is a serious moment. But I was trying so hard to do it where I didn't fucking laugh. I got through George Lucas and Qui-Gon Jinn, but I just... Batman was too much, apparently. Blamed herself for my heart attack. Fuck. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if it hadn't been like that, then sooner or later something would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopeless and hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, I might have hurt her even more. Carefully, I open the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within. Oh, we get to read this fucking thing again. Okay, let's do it.
Dear Hisao, how are you?
I won't read it in a bunch of fucked up voices this time. We're going to play this 100% serious.
I hope you're well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second-year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year, so we're pretty comfortable right here from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they're so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year, would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think they're already seniors, isn't it? Time's really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first years seem so young and somehow really innocent. Just wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling kind of nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are some things I want to say. I'm writing you because I felt that there were some things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person. I don't really have any excuse for it.
Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumple up the sheet of paper and toss it across the room. My aim's off, so the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going to my wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me, except I don't know that I really need it anymore at this point. The hospital seems like a lifetime ago, and here, now, I've got other things on my mind. Emmy, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've gotten exams to study for. Myself. I have no time for the past. Now, about that homework. Okay, I remember that he threw it away. I did not remember he was so like, oh, fuck this, and just chucked it and was like, nah, I'm fucking done. No, we're done with that shit. No, we ain't playing these fucking games. Like, damn. I completely fucking forgot about that. So I'm gonna end this episode. Toodles, doodles, and lemons, everybody. Oh, bye-bye.
I wondered why I was down there.
The woman laughs again in a way that seems familiar. Where the hell have I seen her before?
Well, I suppose you've always been one out to go for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I am Maiko Ibarazaki, Emma's mother. Pleased to meet you.
Welcome to the family, son.